This is a look at the first skateboarding publication, Skateboarder Magazine. Launched in 1964, it originally was called the Quarterly Skateboarder. Today we're going to flip through the May 1978 issue. Skateboarding basically died in 1965 when manufacturers couldn't keep up with the demand and just making better product. They used clay wheels back then, for example, and there were a lot of safety concerns. But then in the 70s, urethane was invented, and then that opened up a whole new era of skateboarding. That's why they started building all of these different skate parks, like Pipeline Skate Park in Upland, California. But sadly, a lot of these parks got torn down when skateboarding died again in the 80s. Shogo Kubo and the Green Wheels and Billy Valdez, who rode for Powerflex. There were a lot of snake runs in parks in the 70s. People weren't, grinding very much yet, so they were mostly just riding, carving, versus skate parks now you see loads of rails and ledges to grind. Here, Skateboarder is just sharing new plans for upcoming skate parks. Here's another example of one of those clear plexiglass ramps. There was a lot of experimentation going on at that time. Look at this, 4 trucks on one giant skateboard. Here's an article about pro skaters going to the Virgin Islands to do demos and signings and stuff. I love how all these people agree to just lay down and let this kid jump over them, and then this guy's filming. And what 70s skate trip article would be complete without a slalom photo? Slalom skating looks kind of goofy, but once you start getting speed going downhill, it's actually really difficult. I was always a fan of the Who's Hot section of Skateboarder, and this dude rode for Team Bane, which is a really big deal because that brand was huge in the 70s, and they made 1 million skateboards from their Encinitas factory in 4 years, something ridiculous. And then they also put on the Del Mar Nationals and other skate events. A couple of brothers, Bill and Bob Bane, founded it. Here's an ad to buy one of those clear polycarbonate ramps. Maharaja Skateboards made this thing to protect your nose, so not a bad idea. Looks kind of wonky. Which 3 would you choose for $1? Hand's best friend is a great tagline. This is the 4th or 5th ad I've seen advertising cones for slalom skating, and these ones say they're especially made for skateboarding. Hello Cat reminds me a lot of R. Crumb's artwork. I like seeing that even skaters in the late 70s didn't like cops.